ADHD has given me this power that I feel. Talk to anyone, I can hyper-focus. I can just go into the zone and grab, stand on the computer for 10 hours straight and the work gets done.
What would you say to people who have either guilt and shame because they have ADHD?
Use it to your advantage, definitely. I found the things that I love that I have ADHD. I love it. I can't imagine it without it. To me, God gave me this gift and said, here's your gift. You're going to do well. You're going to treat people with respect. You're going to show people there's more to life than what you think there is.
It's interesting. A lot of people see these things as ailments.
Yeah, I think people should use what they have, their ability, definitely. People's ADHD is completely different. Use it to your advantage, definitely.
And today, on the Successful Irishman podcast, I'd like to welcome social media marketing wizard, owner of Platinum Social Marketing Company, and worked with some of Ireland's leading sportsmen, including Conor McGregor, O'Leary, the Conlon brothers up in Belfast, and brands such as Forged Irish Stout, Matchroom Boxing, Conlon Boxing Promotion, and the Black Forge Inn. Mr. Andrew Heeney, the wizard of telling stories through social media marketing. What's happening, mate? Welcome on.
Gary, how are you? Good to finally meet you. I still remember exactly the first time I ever heard you. I was working for Garrett O'Dwyer, a good friend of yours. I started in the funeral game. I was at that for 3 years, but I ran all the socials, obviously, because I was doing all the videos. And I remember being at home editing, and I got like a mention on the story, and it was from you. And it was like, oh, great to see you, brother. Catch up needed. Do you know what I mean? It was just you meeting Garrett for a coffee. I hadn't seen him in ages, and I was intrigued. I was like, boom, it was this, and I had to look through your and I said, I'll give him a follow. You know what I mean? So that's how I first heard about you. It was through Garrett.
Yeah, legend. It's funny because I was only back in Ireland. I think it was last August, and I hung out to see it. I seen you in the pub in the Forge, and I hung at the front door, but you fucking walked out the back door. Did you know you went around through? I think it's just the sort of the lounge, is it the local bit bar?
Yes.
And you went out that way, and I was sort of halfway down on the front side. I said, I seen you hanging around in there, getting a few videos and whatever, and I said, I'll catch you on the way out. But you walked out and you went out the other side of the lounge, so close. But this time we'll be back again in August. I'll get to catch up with you then.
We'll go full whack.
Yeah, full whack, man. Your videos, you're absolute wizard. I watch on from afar with great admiration for what you do. I changed career from construction into what I do today. I know what you do is no easy task. So I'm looking forward to picking your brain and understanding where you started, what the transition was for you getting into that career, and what life is like for you now. So if you don't mind, we're going to go all the way back to the start.
People always ask me this, and how did I get into this? And being a kid, you know, I remember my first time ever picking up a camera. I remember very well. I remember the road I was on. It's mad the brain works, but I remember coming up from school one day, and I was in the car, and I seen on this Smith's catalog they had these like GoPros, but like they're smaller. They were like an action cam. It was called. I think it was 30 or 36 euro or something. I think it was cheap now, you know what I mean? But it was 2 megapixels. Something was shite. But I was just like, I need this camera. I'm dying. I want a video of myself riding my mountain bike. I remember turning the corner inside and ringing my sister, Ma, on the way home. My sister collected me. I said, Ma, I want to get this place. They said, and making videos. I remember uploading my first YouTube video or something. And that's kind of where it started. Then I got a GoPro, and I just kind of kept at it. Then I was on adverts, and I bought another cheap little camera, and I just kept going. So then where it really took off, then I started watching Casey Neistat. My man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm friends with him now, which is but it's still like doesn't feel real. But yeah, I met Casey Neistat and stuff. Well, sorry, that's gone too far ahead. But I started watching Casey Neistat, and his videos were so inspiring, and it was just kind of like, I want to do this. I want to create video. I want to be creative because I've ADHD, and my mind is mad to create. It's mad to do. Like Garrett has this saying, "Why can't I?" And it's the same for me. It's like, why can't I? Why can't I do this? And why can't I do that? So I ended up getting a GoPro and just kept at it. Started making videos on my quad. And then where it started to take part properly, where the career actually launched, was I was a kid and I was in TY, I think, or probably I think it was third year. And Fabu D, I text Fabu D and I was like, listen, we should make some videos together. And all this
the Black Paddy?
Yeah, the Black Paddy, right? Now, this is years ago, well before he was even that big. And he brought me into Insignia Nights, which was an under-18s disco. It was held in Tramline. So walked in there, I was introduced to Ian Milligan and Ross McKeown. the two of them were running Insignia nights, under 18s disco. And I was like, this is deadly, you know, I can film here, easy to make videos. So I started making these videos. Now, they weren't good whatsoever. They were just, I was just doing my best. I kept I think I'd done 7 or 8 events for free. Then I started getting paid to do them. But the whole mindset was I could never go to these discos. The kids are the same age as me, but I always had to be a step above them. I had to be in a professional mindset. Like, I rather work than go to an event. Even still to this day, I can't go out to an event. I can, it depends where I go, but like I couldn't go to a pub I work in and actually enjoy myself. I'd have to, unless I'm around all my company, because I'm always just used to this professional mindset, being in control and wanting to be, like, it's why I've never ever drank alcohol in my life ever. I'm always tuned in, you know what I mean? I know what's going on. But so 16 started that, and that just kept going, and from there it launched. I've been working with Ross till today, still from the very start. You know what I mean? So it's been a long journey, but yeah. So started out then and just kept it lit, and then I worked in a job called Antisocial, which is a pub on Francis Street. That was my first ever actual job. And funny how I got that job. I was sitting on an island, on Ireland's Eye. We went out wakeboarding for the whole day, all my friends.
Of all places.
I know, right? And this fella, Marty, he was on the island. He's like, look, I have to go. I have to get back early. His friend came over on a kayak to collect him because the tide was out too far and the boats were up in the sand. So his friend come over the kayak to collect him, brought him back to the house. He's like, I have to go hire people. I was like, oh, I'll take a job. Sent me his numbers. Like, yeah, no bother. You start taking Barback Candy. I was there for 7 months or something. Right? The only job I ever worked. Properly. Yeah. Only like 9 to 5 job ever.
Okay, what were you doing? The videographing in there?
No, it was Barback. Just a general job.
Okay.
During that job, right at the back of it is Garrett's yard. Okay. So walking around and I meet Trevor. And walk into the yard. I think we were looking for a end of a ladder or something. And I'm like, geez, that's a fine animal. He's like, you can ride that whenever you want. Yeah, take it whenever you want. We were talking. So he's never let me take that horse, but he tells everyone that.
That's it.
Take it. I was like, yeah, I actually will take it. Don't tempt me. No. But I went back then the second time, right? Just a few days later, and I said, Trevor, listen, I do funeral videos, and I film horses and stuff. I was like, I know you do funerals. I'd like to do a promo video or something for you. It's like this. Everyone knows the story now, but Trevor's like, yeah, I'll tell the bro. He looks after that. What did he do? He never told him. So a year goes by, and I do it. Like, could have been with these a year before this. So a year goes by, and it was amazing because the whole idea of the funeral videos, if anyone that's watching, and if some people think it's mad or you've never heard of a funeral video being filmed before, it's not to film the body or any of that. That's what people think, are the deceased, I should say, excuse me. But it's to tell the story of them, to tell their life and preserve their memories, because that's what it is. It's all these people that haven't, are being around this person their whole life growing up, maybe haven't seen them in a few years, and the closest people to that family haven't met these people. So when all these people come together, I'm capturing their story, I'm interviewing them, says, tell me a funny story, tell me about them growing up, what were they like? And I tell their story and I put it into this video, and that's what makes it beautiful. You know what I mean? That's what's there. It's preserve them moments in history and just parcel it and capture it and say, right, you have that and that's there forever. You have the stories and everything, and it's beautiful. And the day goes by so fast for so many people. So it's like they forget who was even there. So to have that captured, I think it is beautiful.
Yeah, I've seen it. Look, I want to commend you on that. I think it is very special because you catch a lot of raw emotion during that video content. I don't know what you call it, but during those days of recording, I think it's a beautiful thing for families to have for keepsake, to have forever. So good on you for that.
Without to pull at the heartstrings, like it's all about the music and stuff. You'll see, like I'd know
it grew so fast.
It blew up. I done that funeral for someone else in Garrett's scene, and Robert, I was doing a photo shoot somewhere and I met Robert down some lane in Guinness. I was on a horse. He's like, are you Andrew Heeney? He's like, yeah. And I didn't even know that he was. And David Mulroney goes, that's Robert O'Dwyer. I was like, oh, O'Dwyer. I said, yeah. And then whatever, he texts me, look, we were doing the same funeral as my friend's my friend's auntie died, and I done the funeral for free. It's, of course I'll help out. And the lads, look, we have 4 horses on it. Will you do a video of the horses? I said, yeah, no bother. I met them early. That was the first video. And then Gareth said, look, I want you. Met me in the office. I want you for every funeral. I didn't know what he meant. Like, I just thought this was like, right, I'm going to do a funeral. Because I was freelance. I was just doing jobs here and there. And he's like, yeah, why don't you do it? I done the funeral, agreed the price. He's like, right, once for everyone. And then next thing I know, I'm doing 3 funerals a week for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like it just landed in it, but it was great. You know, I had good money. I was able to buy a nice car. You know, jet skis. It was lovely. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
mad how quick it the minute I started doing that just blew. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. A master of your craft. And just before we carry on too far, I just want to get an idea for where you're from, where you grew up, how life was like for you growing up. You mentioned ADHD. I want to touch on that again further down the line, but what life was like growing up with ADHD and
Yeah, so growing up, I'm gonna say swords on my life because it was swords, you know, like originally I'm born in Rush, but swords and there my whole life. Great childhood, from my mom's perspective. My dad is an alcoholic all his life. People always say, like, is that the reason you don't drink, Andrew? It's not. The reason I don't drink is because my mother never wants me to drink and I will never let her down. So I've just never ever drank, and that's genuinely it. It's nothing to do with my dad being an alcoholic. Yeah, it's just because my man did, there was never a thought of being like, oh geez, my dad's like that, I'm gonna end up like that. That's not the fair. I know I won't. It's the fair. It's not fair. It's just didn't want to let my mom down. You know what I mean? I wanted to do her proud, and that's why I didn't. I've never drank alcohol, but yeah, ADHD in school is a bit of a messer. I was exempt from Irish and all that stuff. On the last day of school, my principal told me I'd be a car salesman for the rest of my life. I actually met him. Funny story. The last I met him in December, right? I'm down in Skerries and I'm driving this brand new Porsche Panamera. I had it for a month, right? This the 160 grand car, and I started right at my friend's coffee oak. So I'm standing there just videoing his thing, and then I started videoing this dog, and someone grabs my phone out of my hand. Turns out to be my principal. How you doing? All this, having the chats, and I'm working for McGregor now. Oh, gee, yeah, fair play to you. I mean, he believes a word I said, but a lot of people don't believe me when I say what I say. Good behind.
That's just the man in front of it.
And I say, right, how about I'll see you later. Turn around to me, right? Into the Porsche, turn it on, it's bottom, revs it, V6, 560 brake, and he's in the window, big smile on him. He goes, you can't park that in school. I said, fucking watch me. And the feeling I had, I rang my whole family. I was like, lads, you won't believe what
Yes.
I had to ring them all. I rang them on a big group call because they all knew him. They all knew exactly what he's like. And they were just, yes, you proved the point there.
Yeah, music.
Out the window.
Yeah, well, that's it. If I sold this now, I could probably buy a house or buy a house. And what you say you had it for a month? Was it just on a car hire or something, or what was the situation?
No, it was a friend of mine's, and he was like, "Yeah, you drive it." I drove for the month. Let me have it.
Happy days. So, Swords was the hot spot. That's where you grew up. What age are you now, Andrew?
22.
22.
A lot of people don't believe my age. Most people guess. I always ask them to guess, and they go for 25, 26.
Yeah, I didn't even guess. I think I had a feeling you were young, but I couldn't. I had no idea how young. So thanks for clearing that up. So you grew up in Swords, and thanks for sharing about your father, the family dynamics with your mother as well. How's your father doing these days?
Same old boat, tipping on, but same old boat. You'll never come out of that ship.
Just an old school.
Yeah.
And good on you as well for being respectful of your mother and her wishes.
Yeah.
Absolute legend. Absolute legend. Yeah. So for you, ADHD, right? Because it's interesting. A lot of people see these things as ailments and, ADD.
It's superpower. It's more. No, honestly, I mean it. I met that principal yesterday, and I said, I was with a girl. He goes to the girl. He says, he was a tough, or he says tough 6 years, but he was a messer for 6 years, but he was a good messer. Yeah, and I was good heart and soul. I wanted to do jobs. I just didn't want to be in school. You know, I was not that I didn't want to be in school. I wasn't focused on the stuff I wanted to be focusing on. I was leaving every day at 1 o'clock and going to a garage to film cars and make fucking money. I was minted for being in TY. Like, I had more money than anyone else in the class, I tell you. I was like, my head was just business. My economics teacher, Miss Shields, shout out to her. She's absolutely brilliant, and she was so good. She believed in me, and economics was great. Great fun. But yeah, ADHD. I tell everyone this, and everyone always asks me advice and how should I do better in business and what should I do. My always thing is just be nice to people, talk to people, talk. ADHD has given me this power that I feel like, I can talk to anyone. I'll set up on the stage, I'll sing my name, character on the stage during the broadcast during the day. I've no fear, you know what I mean? I get up and I people, and most of the time, if you know me or they'll tell you, you'll never hear me in my normal accent. Right now, this is my normal accent, but most of the time, like, I have my perception switch. I've nailed these accents, and I just change. 1 minute I'm from Northern Ireland, you know what I mean? I'm talking like this, hey, getting on there, hey. That's a wee near accent, right? And then where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. Mate, and then I'm from fucking London, right? And I'm going around the house all day, and I'm snapping, right? And I can't get out. Hey, Al Thorne, if you know him, right? He's this actor, right? And he's big, mate. He does a lot of like, he's flat out, this guy. And he'd be the best at accents in the country, number one. And, he says to me, he goes, Andrew, you're a something actor. I forget what his name. I said, what's that mean? He's like, you are so good at, you're staying impression on set, but when you come off set, you're still in character. I said, mate, I'm in character my whole life, you know what I mean? I don't come out with that's it, mate. So I just keep changing. I was with Mick there in Belfast on you actually in Belfast or what? I said, mate, I don't know why. Like, you're talking like me like that. I'm just tuning in. Like, I was on that the Bumblebee 1000 there, the other day, the supercar. Talking to this woman, she's from Galway, so I just tuned into her voice and I just started talking like her and just, hey, from I no, wait, hold on, that's not the Galway accent. I forget what she sounds like, but it might choose like to feel it. And I just started talking to her like as if I was from Galway. And she's like, where are you from actually? Dublin. She's like, how'd you down for Galway? Is it you look I said like this, but no, that's it. So I time, you wouldn't even know. So it's mental. How the brain works.
That's Mayo in a heartbeat. That's definitely Mayo.
Yeah, yourself. But it's all over, but you wouldn't know where I came from, So ADHD is the superpower. It gives me the power to talk to you, and also I've this major ability to hyper focus. I can just go into the zone and graft. Done it before. I've sat on a computer for 10 hours straight and just worked, and time just goes, and the work gets done. You know what I mean?
How's your brother? I know the feeling. I mean, when you love what you do, what's the rest of that quote?
You never work a day in your life.
Yes, isn't that what they say? But look, well done for that. You absolutely blew it. Complete surprise. I didn't know any of that stuff. But you've blown me away. Big massive smile. I got a photograph while you were fucking cracking through that. But what would you say to anybody that thinks ADHD, like people who have ADHD, right? So a lot of people like to judge others with and brand them with these labels. Some of my own friends call me ADD. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to go to get diagnosed from a doctor because I work how I work and that's the way it is. But for you,
it'll make a difference.
Yeah, exactly. For you, what would you say to people who have either guilt and shame and feel like they're ailed because they have ADHD?
I don't know. Like, I don't even know what to say to them. I found to love the things that I love that I have ADHD. I can't imagine living without it. To me, it is. I think it's like God gave me this gift and said, here's your gift. You're going to do well. You're going to treat people with respect. You're going to show people there's more to life than what you think there is. Like, I love this idea of showing people, there is more to life. Like, even just bringing people out on a boat. I've never been out on a boat before. Showing them, like, look, this is so cheap to do. Like, I've a rave there in Malahide, but like, I bring them out to back the island. And it's like, what would you be doing today? Just not there on a boat around Malahide, or just small things that, like, it's so easy to make these things happen, but people just don't. Just do it. Get it on. Yeah, I think people should use what they have to their ability, definitely. But some people's ADHD is completely different. I know. So, yeah, I don't know what I say to them about that, but I would say, use it to your advantage, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. I'm glad that you said that, because as we highlight, a lot of greats. I don't know if you know Kerwin Ray. He's a business mentor in Australia, but a lot of people that operate at a high level have an ailment like this, but they use it. It's a superpower. That's exactly how I see it. It's a fucking superpower.
A lot of successful people have autism or ADHD, something along them lines.
Because it gives you a hyper focus, doesn't it?
Hyper focus, and a lot of dropouts as well. Like, do so well, and it's actually mad to see the amount that have done so well that have something
that dropped it. that dropped out of school,
Yeah.
stuff like that in college or whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah,
there's some people, like, but this hyper focus thing, like, and genuine, but it only you only have hyper focus for the things you've interest in, and if you've no interest, good luck and good night. You're not writing a single word. You wouldn't even look at the page. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So that's how it is. It's like my thing is speed. You know, I
yeah.
don't know my work editing.
That's
It's about being the fastest in Europe. Like that's my goal. You know, that's what I try to tell people. And you know, I haven't met anyone yet that's matched me on the speed. Like then the other night, Conor Boxing put out 10 videos. And it's not just 10 simple videos; they're 10 advanced edits with like cutouts, like special effects and 3D tracking, motion tracking. Like they're full shebang. You know, they're not just cheap little videos. But
yeah. I definitely seen all of that as well. So I was tuning into personality. Now I'm not going to go down that road just yet. I just want to keep here on the school system for a second.
ADHD going.
Yeah. No, that's fine, man.
Yeah, like
I
that,
love it. I love chatting as well about these roads here. There's different
You don't have to
paths.
know. There, you're saying like
Just
yeah,
one word, bang.
Keep it on track.
Bang. One word, bang. So yeah, just last question on the ADHD for people, for the school system, for instance, you mentioned when it's something that you like, you hyper focus on it. When it's 99% of the things you don't like, you don't focus. So what would you say to anybody who's listening that is a school teacher or is in charge of setting up these curriculums or anything like that? You know, a round peg doesn't fit in a square hole.
Yeah.
So what would you say to people about changing the school system, for instance, that all people don't learn the same? So what can you do to change it? What would be your opinion?
All people don't learn the same is right. I think students need to be given a bit more trust, more belief, you know, for the people that don't think they'll do well. Like, I think there's so much more room for them to, like, learn elsewhere. You know, I think I wish I was given a bit more trust and saying, yeah, Andrew, we'll let you do this. Like, they let me shoot a school promo video and it was state of the art. Like, I had a cinema drone worth like $4,000 flying over the school. I mapped the logo onto the skill, everything. I'm getting paid a cent for it, but I was like, there, he's after trusting me, and look what I'm after delivering. He's playing, like, you know, it's mad. Yeah, I think people should be given, you know, a bit more trust and being able to say, right, like, I don't know, lean into other areas other than that, just being focused so heavily on the exam.
Academics.
Yeah, academics, but also with teachers. You know, it's nice to build a personal relationship with these students, you know, and know they want to be like, oh yeah, Andrew, yeah, not just get into class, go quick, you know, being so strict about it. Because when you build these person things and you get these students to like it just changes everything, you know. Like, you want to go into this class, you like them. Like Miss Shields, like I'd love to go into her class. I'd be like, ah, Daddy, you know what I mean? She cares, you know, she's interested in what I do. She, you know, she asks about it and how you doing and what story this, and you know, and you update, you know, and like that means the world to people, you know what I mean? And even the teacher telling the student, great job, that's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, you know what I mean? Feedback is important.
So just sort of touching on, it's better to build somebody up than cut them down for the things that they're not
build something up. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I'm all about being kind and, you know, open and talking to people and giving them a chance. And like, I want everyone to do well. There's no other way about it. Like, I love seeing people do well. Like my mate Mark, he's a multi-millionaire. He done very well through our Kings competitions. And every time I see him making loads of money, I'm like, you legend, well deserved. There's no better man deserves it, because he is so kind and he's so down to earth. He is as humble as they come, and you wouldn't even know. He rocks around in a tracksuit and a pair of TNs, and he's driving vendor RSVJs and Uruses and GT3 RSs and Lambos and Ferraris. He has them all. He had new Rolls Royce on the way. You know, all this, but still so humble, so nice.
What age is he?
Mark is 32, I think.
Right.
You know, it's his first time on holidays, like last week. He's all these millions. He never left. He went to Las Vegas there for the UFC.
Yeah, I was sad.
That's the first time actually properly leaving the country, you know what I mean? So it's madness. But yeah, such a humble guy, and his wife as well, Stephanie, she's lovely. That's, you know, very nice people. And same with my friend James Webb, again, another millionaire, done very well. He is in the healthcare business. He owns care homes and stuff. And James is just a complete gent. And he's one person I've always met. He's the same as Mark. Like, you know, he's so humble. But like, he will talk to everyone. Anyone homeless, doesn't matter who you are, he will talk to you. He'll come up and say, you know, you ask him a question, he'll let you sit in his car. He's loads of supercars, you know what I mean? He was the one I done the run with. And we've bonded very well, came a lot closer now. But since the day I met him, I remember before he told me, he's like, Andrew, I remember the first day you met me. I said, what was I doing? I was like, I was driving a Porsche GT3 RS and you came by me on a fucking horse and goes, are you James Will? He wouldn't be well known. He's not a social media, but he's a businessman. You don't know, but I just knew friends. I was like, he was a friend of Deco Daily. He was a friend of him, and I'm friends with him, and that's how I knew him. But yeah, he's such a humble chap. He's so sound. He's like down to earth, and I just love people like that. That's why I try to be like that. You know, this middle ground and stuff. You know, focusing on that a lot.
So, legend. So look at a great segue because out of my own interest, I was not a huge interest in cars. I like looking at them or whatever, but it wouldn't be a big thing for me. But I never understood. So I know in America it's maybe a bit different. That's a run or a race. How are they racing around Ireland if the supercars, if the speed limits are 60 km or 100? How does that work?
The Bumblebee 1000, the greatest ever go on in your life. And I mean that. When I say that was the best weekend of my life, I've chilled with Post Malone, I've been with Casey Neistat, I've seen amazing things, I've been wakeboarding all over the world, Miami, I've done it all. That was the best weekend of my life. And the reason being it was the best weekend of my life, and I think you'd agree, and why this is the best weekend of my life, that's 100 supercars, and supercars aren't cheap. It's 100 cars filled with people that are business-minded, nice, done very well, you know, got to where they want, and yeah, they're like-minded people. I spent 3 days with these people, the most amazing people I've been around, so nice, so kind, so caring, and just genuine, you know what I mean? On Garda Síochána, the guards in Ireland is the police force in Ireland, for anyone else that's watching abroad. They escort us the whole way. There's no other run like it. For the guards to escort you, and let's just say, all under the watchful eye of Garda Síochána, which were absolutely unbelievable. Like, to watch them lads work on them bikes. I just want to give a shout out to the main guard. Hold on. I have his number here. I just know his name. Neil Crowley was the sergeant. He escorted us the whole way. I remember me and James were driving an AMG GTRS, which is a green Mercedes. The F1 safety car. It's the exact same car as that. That'll bring it to mind.
Yeah, I actually seen one of them in Melbourne at the race. There was a big massive crash. But go on.
Well, anyway, so we're at the very back of the line, and these guards come up and they escort us out to the right side of the track, all the way up in front of the cars on bends. I have it all on video. It was just unbelievable. The job we had, it was unbelievable. 3 days. The last day we had the black tie ball and all, or that was on the Saturday. We all got up. I was singing for a good hour. It was.
I love it.
Oh, what an amazing weekend. Being around such good people, and we raised, I think it's 210,000 now, I think is the final figure, in 3 days. 210,000 euro for kids with life-limiting illnesses, which is just amazing.
Oh, that's incredible, man.
Doing 3 days with amazing people and show people these supercars. This was a win-win for everyone. There was no one that didn't benefit. People got to see the supercars. Money was raised. The lads had great fun in their supercars. Business connections are made, and kids with life limited are given another 210,000, you know, to benefit these families. There's 1,400 families, I believe, in the Little Blue Heroes, and that is, you know, if you don't know what it is, it's the Guards charity, and it's, you know, it's on Garda Síochána, and, you know, ex-members and retired members helping families, and there's, you know, serving members also, you know, helping these families with disabilities and stuff, and it's a brilliant, you know, we were great. It was great to be a part of it every year, and my job was simply to document that and, you know, have quick videos out and, you know, live content, because, you know, people are watching around the world. As I've said about every event, and anytime people ask me why my videos are quick, your content, your event is happening right now. It's great. It can be, you can spend €1 million on that event, but if the rest of the world doesn't see it, it's not relevant. You're at a party with 10 people, them 10 people can see it. But if I make a video of that party and make it amazing, then 20 million people around the world have seen it, and then the audience is so much bigger. But if the video is put out a week after, it's not relevant. It's already happened.
The momentum is shit.
The video's out 10 minutes wide, it's still time to go. Boom, tune in, people are on the ball. So that was the idea. We had videos going out live during the Bumblebee, and it was QR codes on them, just, you know, telling stories and capturing pulling people's heartstrings. I know to do 30 years, but, you know, we believe, the Bumblebee believe that helped the figure rise. Last year was 160,000. We got it up to 110,000 this year. But yeah,
was that viewers, or is that
euro?
euro.
No,
Now it's 210. It was 160
yeah,
last year. Now it's 200.
now it's
So
200.
you're up 50 grand.
Oh,
Well done, man. Well done. And yeah, like incredible. You're a genius.
yeah, a lot of people say I'm an artist and a genius,
Yeah,
and
you are an artist.
madman, cowboy.
Yeah, no, I love it because the main reason I invited you onto the podcast because I see your work ethic and your genius at work, at play.
Work is every day.
Yeah,
Like, the rent is due every day to be successful. And
there you go.
you've no idea. It is every single day. Like, I don't stop. And people think like social media, they see, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I go out with my boat for an hour in the evening if I'm lucky, one day a week or whatever. But other than that, it's graft to graft to graft. The minute I end this Zoom call, I'm flat now for the day. I have two site visits I have to go see. I have to schedule all my content for the whole week rostered in. Then tomorrow I'm with Supermax for 3 days, traveling around the world, or traveling around Ireland with some Obama impersonator for 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday I am filming a festival, I believe. Saturday I'm doing don't know what it is. I'm doing an event again. It's like a cowboy oak. Sunday I'm off. I'm in a beach for 5 days, Sunday to Thursday with Le Gras Irish Lager. And then the schedule continues Friday on weekend. You're flat out the weekend. It's non-stop. So yeah, I gotta keep her lit. But I'll complain when I have a big yacht. That's what I'm chasing. So yeah, I'm just chasing security and, wealth and a good life for all my family.
A legend. So wealth and a good life for you and your family. Is that your why? Is that why you are so driven?
I don't think it's why I'm so driven. I don't go to work and say, geez, if I do this, I can buy a Lambo. Or it's like, it's inside me and I just can't stop. Yes. I have to want to go. And I do an event even if I wasn't, like, you say I have these people on a Monday schedule and I'm actually getting paid, or I'm on salary, like I was forged out. I'm on salary. But I'm grafting way harder than I should be because like I'm doing more like than they pay me for. Like I can't do a bad video. Like there's no like if you paid me 100 quid or you paid me 1,000 quid, you're gonna get the same video. You know, it's right there. Like I have to do. It was the same with the funerals. Like you could never rush them. You could never, like, no matter what, as much of us angry or as in a shit mood, the video could never be absolute quality, like, because I'd have to just make it that, like, it was just inside me. The music was so important. The music is like so important in videos. Like I spent the funerals, like, the longest time I spent was actually looking for the music because that defines every video. Yeah, it's one every day, and like love just being flat out. Like I work better under pressure. I remember being a kid. I was 16. I was working as an events manager. Like 16, I was bringing TG Strider over and all. Mad, like the things I've done throughout the years, we couldn't even get through on a podcast. It's just, there's mental stories of stories of the Lambo yacht and all, like of mad stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you can go through with me that you'd just be like, geez.
What the yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I suppose that's for part 2 another day.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, always there. I'm just mad to go.
It's inside, yeah. You found your purpose, if you will.
Yeah.
So for other people, right? So that's a tourist, because I experience the same drive in all that I do. Coaching, life coaching, helping people to heal from trauma is a significant part of my life. And it literally, if I didn't have a family, and I'm glad that I do, I wouldn't stop. My wife has to call me to come home from the office. She has to ask me to turn off the phone or to get off the laptop or whatever, just to come and focus on family stuff. So I understand the drive that you're speaking about. So for people because a lot of people do realize what they love in life, but they don't have the courage to chase it or run with it because they're in a shop or they're in a career or they're a fucking nurse or whatever the career. What would you say? What would you say to people like that?
Chase your dreams. If you want to do it, do it. I hear people saying, oh, they want to open this, like they want to open a beauty shop, or they want to sell these things, or they want to get into real estate, or they want to be a mechanic. Let me bring up James Webb right now, the fella I was talking about. James Webb was at the end of the Bumblebee, and a girl come over to him. He goes, I want to be a mechanic. She's studying this. So it's like, I'd really love to be a mechanic. And James says, well, why aren't you a mechanic? I just don't know where to go. So what do you mean you don't know where to go? I was like, I'm going to tell you what. You'll meet me in Daily Almos next week. I'll introduce you to Deco and I'll start you straight away. I'm an apprentice. You know, he was like, and she's like, are you serious? Which actually, I'm like, dead serious. I'll meet you next week. I'll get you started as a mechanic. You want something, you go get it. What are you waiting on? So, yeah, I don't know. So you're waiting, do this, let's go. And James set it up and organized and all. So she's going to be a mechanic. She wants to do, no better man than Deco Daly. He's an amazing mechanic. He works on all the supercars and, wealth of knowledge. But I see it so often. Just people out there, young entrepreneurs that want to do well. I know it's not as easy, but my advice always is just talk, talk, talk. You don't know who like the amount, like Supermax rang me last week looking for me to come work for us. It's like, I'm not just a captain guy. You don't, when you pay for me, the thing, like even Bumblebee, they'll tell you, I'm gonna get a review off PJ who runs. I'm gonna get a video review. PJ, what was it like to work for me? It's not just, you don't just get the cameraman, you get the experience. I know what's going on. I'm tuned into everything. Like they didn't ask for these things, but the award ceremony was coming up and they had a projector and did nothing on it. I had an OBS software opened up. I had everything queued up on the thing. And as the auction was going off, I had live things going up on the screen saying, congratulations, you've won this. Or, a comedian would come on. I'd have a photo of him and his name on the screen. I'd say, please sit down. I was running the whole screen production from a laptop and running background music as like someone would win an award, and then it got congratulations. Like all this, I was running this all off a little laptop sitting in the corner. He didn't ask for that. I was in black tie. I was meant to be there enjoying it, but I didn't care. I love it. I just want to help and do well. And then the band finished, and the young Nathan Carter inside me, I've learned a lot from Nathan. And I came out, I took the microphone, they're like, let Andrew sing. They didn't know I can sing, you know what I mean? And they were like, holy shit. I had them on the floor for an hour. They were loving it. They were like, oh, genuine, you were better than the band. And like, I came down I was on some buzz, I couldn't even sleep. I came down the next morning, and I was like, just everyone talking about it. They were like, you have some voice and you boy, you Jesus, you have some lungs and all, like, fair play to you. And I was like, I sound like, he's like, yeah. He said, like, and all of them, the word was, we're not getting a band next year. Andrew's doing karaoke. I was like, yeah, done deal, love it. No, that's the plan.
Put on the invoice.
You know what I mean? But yeah, what a great weekend. But as well, back to the story, ADHD getting dragged off. You want to do something, please got dreams, and self-compliment yourself. Tell yourself you're doing well, because you are. You know what I mean? My head, it's like, I'm a cocky cunt. I'll just tell you it straight. I tell myself, Jesus Christ, where would you get at me? Where would you find me? I was like, even when I name of women, I say to women, I don't care my bollocks. You are not catching anyone like me again. I was like, you're not going to find another fella at 22 that doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, has a gaff car, horses, jet skis, boats, you know what I mean? He's like, and will treat you with so much respect. I was like, my brain is so differently wired. I said, you are at 5,000 RPM and I'm at 15,000 RPM. We don't run on the same note as any of these other alley up bros. And it's like, I was like, there's like, my brain is mad, right? I know musicals start to finish and all. I like the weirdest things. Like, I know Les Miserables. I know Phantom of the Opera start to finish. Like, it intrigues, it's like, it's crazy, these things.
Because Jane is start as well, isn't it?
I mean, it's art, I suppose.
Symphonies.
How we think, it's just I think
music and water. We're put
on this planet to do different, and that's what I believe. I want to help everyone. I don't have badness in me or a bad bone. I can't be like that, I'm not a fireman. I truly am. I want to improve people's life. I want to see better. I want to see people that just do the average, give them the better. Like, I remember me and Trevor sitting in the yard and he was pissed off or something. He was fighting with his board. I said, come on, we're going. So where are we going? We're going down to Shannon. We made a boat. We took his boat. We went out flat around the Shannon, just flat. This big boat. It was a nice yacht, like. And we were flat. The sun set and it was lovely. We were in swimming and all. And he was like, yeah, bro. That and it's like, there's more to life than you think.
I love it.
An hour down the road and we're out and sunset watching Shannon and it's Glass Lake. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Like, you chilled out. Like, come on.
I've never been there, believe it or not. Never. No. All the lads have been there on them.
Then we went
on Shannon, the boat ship.
Yeah, my mate's a proper, like, fast boat. But we went out then and, we had a great time. I think we stay in the boat? No, we got a hotel. And went back the next morning. But it was
right. Well,
it was great.
Great, good out stories. You can't beat them. Rural Ireland is lethal. I love it getting around. I go to Kerry all the time as well when I'm home. But carrying on over into Pearse O'Leary, so that's my idea. Well, as you were going through your content over the weekend, I was like, oh my God, I have to fucking chat to this fella. Absolute legend. Because you were doing that in real time. Like, Percy was only warming up, hadn't even made the ring walk. And
Oh,
I was out.
I think I made 3 videos in the
Yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah.
It was all live. Like I'd video and boom, straight to laptop, SDE in, sound, bang, let's go.
Right. So for me, here I'm in Bali here, so that's where I live. For me, I got the experience and be a part of all. I felt like I was a part of it. So obviously, I'm getting up at fucking 3 o'clock to watch the fight.
That's what I think. I said to Pierce, Pierce, you're gonna take this to the next level. You need to become that big figure which you're going to be. I says, but without the social media profile and people seeing it, you know, they have to be involved. People need to know on because then the interest is there. Whereas, like, this is going live. Like, look at the comments. Look how fast people are tuned in. It's not like they're saying, "Oh, well, they know the videos are going to come out now," and they're coming back, refreshing the page. Oh, when's the next video? And boom, they seen it. That video that I done of him, the ring walk or the whole fight video, which was like, it was out a half an hour after. What's that on now? Let me see.
Instagram was on there.
80,000. But like even the one of them walked up 40,000. The one just before that, I recorded the fans seeing what they're doing. Yeah, I done 3 videos in this round. I done one walking in that has 45,000. I done one straight after interviewing the fans. Ran out 80, 50. And then him like just like kind of warming up properly, 40,000. And then his fight video 80,000. But yeah.
Yeah. So for me, at living abroad, it was so important. That's the first time that I felt fully a part of his show. And I want to highlight that because he's obviously changed. I don't think it's managers or something along those lines. But this is the most presence I've seen of him in his whole career. He's on his 15th.
But I think it's good that you're highlighting because it's important for people to know. Because if any other boxer there,
I'm a numbers guy. I
you know what I mean?
Pay attention to everything.
The presence is important, and they know what. Like that's what I said to like Mick Conlon, gold medalist boxer, one of the elite and most respected
Ireland's all time.
Yeah, I mean, when I first met him, I'm working on his like raw beer, and I shot a promo video for him and had it up that night at 8:30. It was a movie. It was a masterpiece. Told me after that, and he's worked with so many people. I am the best videographer he's ever worked with. That was a bold statement to say. I was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Genuine."
Therefore,
you know, yeah, he's been everywhere, and I'm like, "You were telling me I'm the best." I was like, "No, seriously." Alan Clark told me I was the best as well. He's 110,000, huge country. He's a radio presenter, but he's well known. But he's a videographer for 10 years. Done it for 10 years. You know, he knows. When I was a fan of him because of his video, I started following him. He told me that Bumblebee, you're the best I've seen. Mick Conlon said, "Platinum Social, without a doubt, is the best, fastest, and most reliable content creator in the world. Delighted to have you working with us on LeGras and Conlon Boxing. Andrew Heeney Media, you are the man. 10 videos done, edited, and put out before our show had even finished. Last night, you are a game changer." So, you know, I seen that and I was like, I texted him straight back. I was like, "Mick, I love you." I don't forget these things, you know. I don't, people say to me or do favors. And there's videographers out there, and like, if you're listening, you know who you are. You need to do people favors. You can't be so hungry of money. You need to do a turn because the turns come back to you. What goes around comes around. It's important now. Don't be so hungry. You know what I mean? It's nice to be nice. Just trust the process. It will all come back to you. Telling you.
There you go. Absolute fucking legend. And that's something I live by as well, because there's many people that I work with have been on the house. Somebody shows up and wants to do the work. Like I think it was James Webb. Somebody wants to be an apprentice mechanic, and that's a lifelong dream. And you can facilitate that. Why would you step in their way? Why would you step in their way? Because the universe comes back. What you give out comes back tenfold. So well done. You're fucking so wise beyond your years. It's an absolute privilege to have a conversation with you. But again, I seen that when I was watching all of the content and the video turned around. I seen it. I think when you were working with Connor at first, you posted it with Garrett as well. With Connor, Connor with Garrett. You had it in your page. Ireland's fastest turnaround. Now, this is I obviously seen all of your content and I love it. It's very impactful and it tells a story. But to see what you've done this weekend is like fucking hell. The fight is not even on, and I'm watching 3 videos. It's like
I think that gives you more of a you know, you only have to realize how fast I am, because if you had other videos, you like, say you look at it 3 o'clock or you're in a different time zone, it's posting, you're like, yeah, but me, you don't actually know when I posted that. It might seem,
Well,
but
with
you don't,
Garrett,
like,
with
you know,
Garrett, I had a little bit of an idea, and
yeah,
they're 20
they're
minutes and
half an
30
hour,
minute
20
videos.
to half an hour.
They were out inside a day, and less than a day, probably 2 or 3 hours. I
Or
noticed
6 o'clock was the,
that was my haircut. And what time did they usually finish?
they finished at 1 o'clock, half one.
Even that, man, that's
And then if you
insane.
get home on the M50, because you're going from Tala, you normally get home about half 2, 3 o'clock. And I always get done under 2 hours. As I was saying, like, because you were able to watch the boxing, you could see on the screen, you could see what fight's coming next. And you could have, like, you could witness, oh my God, there's a video. So that gave you an actual realization of how quick they were actually coming out.
And just to highlight as well, you know, for fighters, for anybody who, like, I'm in content game as well. The part of the game that I didn't sign up for, but it's part of life and what I need to do to promote my work and for people to see and have the breakthroughs and all of that from it. But content videos, anybody that's a content creator, for Pierce is a prime example. His last fight, Dennis McCann, I think he might have knocked your man out. I can't remember. Not knocked him out, but I think he might have stopped him in the later rounds. But he got all of this promotion, all of these videos and all of this content pumped out from TNT Sports, from Queensberry, and whoever else was connected with that. But Pierce's numbers and a couple of the videos that he was on were, some of them were like in the thousands, but wasn't promoted and splashed across social media, like Dennis McCann, for instance, whose numbers were huge. But if Pierce got the same level of content push out, his numbers would have been just as big, exactly as what you're doing is shown.
Yeah, I think we'll continue on with Pierce. It won't be just fight night now. It'll be like, you know, during the week, or we do, like, if Pierce is going to his local boxing gym and he's going to do something with the kids, you know, or something, you know, I'm like, let's document this. Let's show the world what you're doing. Not because you're trying to say, oh, look at me, I'm going to help the kids. It's not that. It's, you know, people are interested in you, Pierce, and they want to see more. I started YouTube again, and, you know, of course, just documenting my life. People are interested, fascinated by it, and it's taken off very, very quick. Like, I was in the chipper the other day, and she's like, I know you. I was like, what, you know? I was like, I know, watch all your YouTube videos. Like, really? Yeah. Get me the chipper and all for free. If kids ask me for pictures and all, you know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't think people want to see that. And, you know, I asked them, I was like, lads, if you want to see more of my life, tell me, comment and let me know. And the amount of comments, please, longer videos. We're so interested. And I'm like,
legend.
Fan base. I was in Appleby and a guy stopped me. He was like, yeah, Andrew, oh, what's up? I was like, yeah, I'm a big fan. I was like, seriously? I was like, yeah, I've been watching 3 years. I'm like, I was like, yeah, no, I love all the horse videos you going through town and all. I think it's brilliant. It's so fascinating. I'd love for you to post more. I was like, thanks, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to keep on this. The only thing is you have to balance between work and YouTube.
Yeah.
So I've scheduled, like, I have a full week of this, and then I'll say, right, on a Thursday, I'm riding horses with Garrett or Dave, and that's that. That's a YouTube day. Friday, I'm back grafting. You know, I'm just trying to stay organized.
Just to magnify what you just said there, there's life, there's business and work, and then YouTube is a hobby. There's a guy that I found I found through my mentor recently. His name is Marion Golden. I'm sure you already know, but YouTube and the content that's created on YouTube, when you grow a following, it pays forever. Yeah. So the more views, and I think it's advertisement and the likes of that. So the guy's name is I'd say he's in his 50s or his 60s. He's a black guy over in America. His name is Marion Golden. But he does real estate and all that other stuff. But because he's a mentor and he teaches people how to do real estate and how to make money in X, Y, and Z, he shows them the money he makes from making YouTube content. So it's not one or the other. It can be yes, and you can make money from both, what you do for work and your business, and you can also make money from your YouTube channel. So what's the name of your YouTube channel while we're talking about it?
Just Andrew Heeney. H-E-E-N-E-Y.
Andrew Heeney.
Hopefully it pops up quick. It's been put out on, like, people's discovery pages and stuff. So views have done well. Like, last week I done a video, 38,000 views. For YouTube.
What for you? What, you done it for yourself?
Yeah, it's just my video. Just mine, literally. I don't want me riding a quad. Like, I have a road legal quad. I'm just looking at it now. So, like, the channel's like, I've 1,800 subscribers, but like 2 weeks ago I had 1,000. Yeah, 800 subscribers in a week or two is very good. Like,
especially
even
on
though you that's the
YouTube.
if it was TikTok, you're like, I know, but YouTube is the hard one. Like, you know,
That's huge.
You get into
That's, you could probably to give a scale on that. You probably multiply that by 10. Like for Instagram and for TikTok, even multiply by 100.
Oh, I don't know.
TikTok followers fucking just rocket, do they? I'm not on TikTok, so I've no idea.
So driving a quad through Dublin Sea, road legal quad, 9 days ago, 21,000 views. Riding a stallion to Dublin Portal, 5.6k. Appleby 2024, 35,000. And then I have a few more down here. I done like a video of the Mary Wallopers for the crack, 47,000. What else is there here? There's a good one here. Where is it? So riding Frisian stallions through Dublin Sea, 16,000, 52,000. There's one with 80,000 on it, 80,000 views, 83 comments. You know what I mean? So like,
and you're so humble.
Really built. So like, I want to focus on it, and I love showing people there's more to it. And all them videos, it's just me being
just having fun.
Showing them that's like I walk through Grafton Street on a big horse and I stop and talk to everyone. Americans, how are you? Lovely to meet you. Where are you from? Thanks. Like to take a photo. Of course you can take a picture. Just being humble, like joy. And because I think they look scary. You know, it's like I'm just trying to change people's mindset on stuff, you know what they think. Even with the quad, it's a road legal quad, the guards always, well, how are you? Do you not know me? So it's not. I do YouTube videos and show people there's a right way about things. Listen, fair play to you. Drive on. See you later.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So look, fair play to you on that would be to carry on into, you obviously work with one of the biggest global sports stars, businessmen, Irish stars, fucking whatever you want to call it. He's ticked all the boxes. How has life been with that? How did that all start and how's it going for you?
So people always ask me how do I get in with McGregor. I done a cocktail photo shoot in his pub. Someone was to do photos of cocktails and they were let down. Dylan from Empire Events. Remember I said I worked for Insignia Nights, the under-18s disco. I met his brother, which his name is Dylan McKeown. He owns Empire Group. An absolute beyond gentleman, a very good guy. He got me into the Black Forge. He asked me to do the cocktail show. I done it. To this day, the menu photos are still the same. They were amazing photos. It's the first time doing a shit myself. It was like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
never was the video.
I nailed it. They're actually savage, but fuck. And they done the cocktail photos. And then they rang me back 2 days later. Look, James Arthur's coming in tomorrow. Will you do a video? Yeah, done a daily video. And I set the template of how videos are to be done in there.
Is that the one that's on the fucking, that's on the, it's on the TVs, I don't know what you call it.
Everything on the TV you see is mine.
Okay.
I made the loop and all. So like all that stuff is mine. But anyway, it just kept going from there, kept going. And then I was with Gareth for 3 years. Then about 11 months ago, I went full time for McGregor. I left Garrett on Friday, resigned on Friday, and on Saturday I was on the Lamborghini yacht flying around France with Conor. So
you think give him a month's notice now?
No, I knew it was, I think, but we're still best friends. But anyway, that was that. I worked for Forge for 9 months, and then it was great. I traveled to Texas, seen the world. Great crew to work with. And shout out to Doug Ledden. Doug Ledden, if you don't know him, get to know him. The man, he is a brain to pick. I don't
I love to pick. I love picking people.
He was the first person in Ireland to talk about mental health properly. He done this video of him crying about mental health, and like he had a problem.
Send it to us, will you?
I will. Right, and it blew up. It went viral. The same day, the president, Obama, rang him the same day on the phone, wanted to talk and congratulate him. Mental carry on.
On speaking about mental health.
And speaking about mental health, he is a household name, well-known guy. But, you know, he was the one at first. He was running the Black Forge social media, still does. And then he took on Forged Out. And, you know, he asked me, like, I was doing videos for free sometimes just because I wanted to. Well, not free, but, you know, I wanted to be a part of this, you know. We've done a lot together. We traveled the world. A gentleman he is, you know what I mean? He is just one step ahead. And you won't meet a nicer guy. I mean that. He is a gentleman. I shout out to him because he had my back for years. And it was great. I resigned from Forged Out about a month ago. Now I'd say it could be over. Yeah, it's over a month anyway. But resigned from Forged Out with passion to continue on my own business and push my own venture. I'm still very, very happy in that decision. You know, obviously I think don't miss the business of it because I'm doing the exact same thing as I was doing. I was doing 5 nights. I'm still traveling the world. It's the exact same thing. I'm just doing it for myself now. But I work with Doug and Stephen and all, great crew. Stephen especially, another great character, very smart and good brain to pick at. But I miss the people definitely, but don't miss the job.
Yeah, sweet. So fair play to you, man. I want to just commend you on that and magnify that as well. Building somebody else's dream or building your own at such a young age. You're such a fucking wise young man. And fair play to you for putting yourself first. And for yourself now, what's next? You're obviously plugged in. You've made some connections.
Platinum Social, this business is, we've employed people and it's time to start multiplying. And they call me the multiplier because I go in, I give content and I multiply.
Multiplier or a villain?
I multiplied Garrett. I multiplied his business to what it is. He had 2,000 followers. He's 110,000 now. With not a cent spent on man, all natural growth. And then Forged Out, I was the man behind that. Like everyone will tell you that. There's no ifs or buts about it. I created all the content for 9 months, but it was every 9 months, we grafted. And I was on the spot, putting out videos before the zone. I was beating them. I was flat out running around like a bleeding yo-yo. You know what I mean? But I was.
What'd you say? Putting out videos before the zone.
Yeah, on the
that's the boxing there.
Yeah, putting out video. How do I get this back into full screen? 1 second. That doesn't really matter. But so putting out. You used to hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can see you.
I was putting out videos before the zone, the boxing, and that's why Forged Out grew so fast. And then I was doing the videos of the ladies and stuff, and they were eye catching. I think I've a big enough name now. People recognize it when they hear it, and then they know who I am. And so the plan is just to continue this and work with people. And I just want to make it successful, make my own part. And I want people on. I want to bring them with me. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be slave labor. I want to look after them, but I want to find people that are genuinely passionate about this and want to do it, and I will bring them with me and take them to where they want to be.
Mm-hmm. Legend. Excuse me. Where will people find you? What do you have lined up?
I'm just going to put this in airplane mode. People will find me on Platinum Social, which is my Instagram, or Andrew Heeney Media. The Andrew Heeney Media, I think that's where you'll see most of me, obviously, but Platinum Social is where all the work is going on.
Yeah,
my business. I have to mention my business partner, Dave McDermott. He owns half the business with me. He runs it all. Great man. And he owns a K67 in Swords and the Portobello and the T Hotel and a few other great places. So
legend. I was looking at that place there. I was trying to figure out where it was. K67. So is that out in Swords? It's not Wrights, is it? Or is it?
No.
It's all together.
New
is that still there, is it?
Wrights, no, Wrights. The right venue is gone. Wrights Cafe Bar is there. But K67 is the place to be. We've said it numerous times, and people come from Tallaght all over Dublin just to be there every Saturday night. And it was rammed on Saturday night, and every Saturday night it's just brilliant. It's a place to be. We spent 3 million doing it up, and it's paid off. You can see it for yourself.
Yeah, deadly. And two final questions. You mentioned Casey Neistat at the start of the podcast. Neistat. Yes. I don't know much about him. Fill me in.
A lot of people will know him. If you're watching this, if you're a videographer, you know Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat, when I started watching, was a daily vlogger. I started following him in 2014 and subscribed then and religiously watched him every single day for years. He was a daily vlogger. Like, he literally done these videos fast like me. Or I should say, I done them like him. He done them every single day. He'd do a full video and it would be out every single day. It's a hard thing to do, but it made him huge and who he is. But I was just so inspired by this man. I was like, I have to meet this man and love him. Like, right, he came to Dublin and I missed him, and I hate thinking about it. Like, it got me down, like, just thinking that I missed him. I was so close to seeing him, I didn't. And I'm in Texas for the premiere of Connor's film, Roadhouse. And I'm sitting in Connor's hotel and sitting in the lobby, just sitting on my phone. And Doug, the film director, just walks by me. And Casey Neistat rocks in behind him. And I just, literally just looked at me and I just hey, Casey. And I took the photo straight. I think it's on my Facebook. I was just going to show the camera really quick. You'll see the happiness in my eyes. Man, and he's like, oh my God, you're coming to the film, aren't you? I was like, yeah, I'll talk to you. And met him at the film. I videoed him speaking to Connor. and it's the thumbnail on his most recent video still. Like, I was like, oh my God. Well, he gave me his phone number, his Instagram, his email, everything. But all his details on my phone, I WhatsApped him. He's like, are you in New York next week? I was like, yeah. I was going to New York then a few days after. And he's like, yeah, come to my office. You got to be shitting me. But gave me his number. I went to his office. I chilled in his office for half an hour, asked him all the questions. And it was just like, I have made it. I will die happy now. My whole life, I've been meeting this person. You know, I just like, this is all I talked about. And my whole family knew. They were like, Andrew, like, we're so happy for you. Like, people knew. They knew how much this meant to me. This is like, I couldn't care about meeting any rapper or movie star. Casey Neistat was number one. He was the only person I wanted to see. I was like, I have to meet you, because the reason I had to meet him is because he is the man behind all of this. I would be sitting on this laptop talking to you about my career that I'm working on right now, or, you know, I wouldn't be with McGregor or any of this. I wouldn't be traveling the world. I don't know where I'd be, but I wouldn't be doing any of it if it wasn't for Casey Neistat. If I hadn't watched the videos, I wouldn't have picked up a camera properly.
Okay, so that's where
he's the man. So I had to thank him. I had to say personally, like, you don't understand what you've done for me, and you know what you do for me. Like, thank you, genuinely. You know what I mean? So it was amazing. Like, oh, he's my screensaver. So it's just
legend.
Really happiness. And the first moment I ever met him, I'm gonna shout the photo really quick. You'll see the pure shock in my eyes. I'm just like, holy, like, my face doesn't even know what to do. I'm just like, so that's in the lobby. He just walked out.
Yeah, startled.
Oh, yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, just me and Doug went together to meet him. Doug's a big fan as well, but yeah.
Yeah, legend.
I'm grateful for Forge Stout for taking me around the world and being able to see that, you know what I mean? None bad.
Yeah, definitely, man. They opened up a lot of doors, and it was good to see and experience them through your lens. Your lens has brought me immense joy, and showed me parts of the world and the business that we wouldn't usually get to see. So legend. So look, Andrew, I want to say thank you very much for being
Thank you. Invite me.
Yeah, you're an absolute legend.
I've been in the podcast like 2 years, I think. No, it's been a year since the last podcast I've done. What's happened since? So, and a lot of people said to me, "Oh, you were on that podcast." I remember getting stopped all the time. You would have fell off the podcast. I was like, "Oh, jeez, you know what I mean?" Yeah, but no.
Deadly.
Like minded people.
Yeah, an absolute legend. Yeah, I learned so much from this. I will listen back myself and learn some more. But I'm going to close out with this question, which I'm going to do with all of my guests. The Successful Irishman is the name of the podcast, and that is to challenge the stereotypical. I won't tell you. I want to hear from you first. What does success mean to you?
Success means a foundation that I have safety. You know, I can do what I want, and I've achieved things in life. I've helped other people. So yeah, I think like the end of it is happiness. I think that's what success is happiness. It's not money doesn't bring happiness all the time. I think happiness is, you know, having them great people around you and achieves so much greatness in life and done well, like the charity things we do and just loads, you know, just achieving great. That's what success to me is, you know, being happy and confident.
Perfect. I won't even say what it means to me. For now, this moment belongs to you. So, Andrew, again, thank you very much for being on the podcast. And I look forward to watching the journey from here.
Thank you so much. Bye.
You're welcome.
Adios.
See you later. Enjoy your day, bud.
Adios.
Good luck.